Hello, welcome to SG Live. Hello. Sekarang kita di SETIA Gemilang Oto Sendirian Berhad di Kampung Melayu Subang. Kita akan buat itu Facebook Live. We're gonna pick. Stay tuned to know which car we're gonna talk about today. It's the new year, 2022. What is a new year resolution? Have you figured out? Have you made a list? Or did you just brought forward the 2021 new year resolution over to 2022? We're now entering the showroom. As you can see, we have made some minor renovation, little updoing. Look at all the beautiful red lantern which have hang on the ceiling. Our service center is still open daily from Monday to Saturday, 9 to 6 p.m. Do drop by if you want to service your car. We also have insurance renewal. If you want to renew your insurance or if you have any insurance accident, you can come over and do some insurance claim. Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SETIA Gemilang Facebook Live. It is me, Tiffany Proton. Today we'll be using the English language. Previously I've been using Malay as a medium of communication. Today we'll be using English. Are you curious to find out what car are we going to look at today? Look at the cars here. You can see we have our X50, our Persona, our Iris, and some more X50. Now X50 is our hottest selling car, but today we will not talk about a hot selling car, but something more smaller version than the X50. Can you tell which car is it? It is our hot hatchback, the Iris 2020. Yes! Look at it, so beautiful. It's like a mini X50. If you compare the X50 and the Iris side by side, it's just like a mini X50. Mini-me, that's for sure. What's so nice about the Iris 2022? Now, Iris comes in 3 variants. No more does the Iris come in the manual variant. It only comes in auto. So we have the standard 1.3cc, the executive, and the active. Now both executive and active is 1.6cc engine. And for this variant right here, we have the highest spec, which is the Iris Active. Look at a beautiful facelift it has done. Proton has also replaced the logo to be a round logo instead of the previous triangle logo. Update indeed, and with a beautiful front grille. It may look like an Iris Active, but this is actually an Iris Executive. Sorry on my part. The Iris Active and the Executive look almost similar, except that the Iris Active will have a more bigger, blacker bumper. Now let's go. As you can see, both Iris, Executive and Active, use the remote control tree, similar to our previous Iris. And you can see the tire, they have changed the rim to a more floral type compared to the previous. Now the tire is still 15 inches and it still can be opened using the remote and locked using the remote. It also comes with the auto fold mirror. Now only the executive and active you have the auto fold mirror, but if you get the 1.3 standard, you do not get the auto fold mirror. Similarly, if your car key is nearby you, you can press the button to unlock your car. Let's have a look inside the car before I explain more. The Iris Active 2022 have a black sleek theme. As you can see, it's black covered all the way from the interior seat to all the way even to the dashboard. Okay, now let me go in and start the car. For you to start the car, there is 3 steps. First, you have to press the start button to on the electric knob. Then step the brake and then push it to start. That way you will give the electric a time to run and it won't spoil the start button faster. Now the Iris Active and the Iris Executive both have the same steering wheel, but the Iris Active have a leather wrapping while the Executive doesn't. The Iris Active have the switch button here while the Executive doesn't have. Both the Iris Executive and Active, they have the touch screen multimedia. Very beautiful. Though we are indoors, so you can't really get the signal for the radio, but it has very beautiful interface. Come, have a sit inside, and we'll talk more about the car. Now the Iris is a very solid car. Just look at the sound of the car when I close the door. Very solid. It's not like the previous one where they say Proton is like Milo tin. No longer. Okay. As you can see from the multimedia, if you were to lower down, we have where you can the emergency light, the lock button, to close the door first. Lock button, and look at the very nice control panel for the aircon. Yes, it looks like an airplane cockpit now. On the aircon, control the fan, and this is to control the temperature. Of course, you need to on the aircon. Proton aircon is always the best, and it's always very cooling, even in hot weather like this. Of course, you can have the aircon mode facing to you for your leg only. You can even have the heat up here and the leg cool, and back to the face. To switch off the aircon, you just have to turn down the knob. Now, what's so different about the new Iris 2022 is this button right here. As you can see, the gear section here is much different now. They have this parking sensor. They have the traction off. And it has the eco mode here. Now, this eco mode button is a new addition to the both Iris and Persona. Previously, the Iris and Persona, they are using the automatic where you cruise down the highway, they'll activate it. Now you have the button to press if you want to activate the eco button, which is quite good, especially during now where school will open and it's traffic jam. You use the eco button to save petrol. Previously, during the Iris Premium, they only have the leather wrapping. Wow, this 2022 version, it have the leather wrapping for both Executive and Active. Gear is still very smooth. They use the CVT transmission, and Proton have upgraded the gear area here to have you a pocket here where you can put your key. No longer do you need to buy the extra pouch at the side. The handbrake is very beautiful, and this very beautiful compartment. Yes, your armrest. No longer do you have to spend few hundred ringgit to add on and install the armrest. Proton has already gave you a very beautiful armrest matching together with the whole compartment here. Now, of course, we still have our very famous thing, which Iris is for, is the teh tarik hook. Yes, the teh tarik hook is still here for those who like to tap out teh tarik ikut ikat tepi. Here it is. Here it is. And the compartment here, big enough. So your sunglasses, your books, anything. Gearbox is airbags. Airbag still here, and airbag is still here. Okay. Now, as for the dashboard and the sun visor, they still look the same. Both of the sun visor have mirror, so your passenger can put makeup and you can put makeup too. Very good for ladies. The light, very bright. It's no longer the yellow light. So that's all for the front. Shall we go to the back? Before that, let's off the engine. Now we're here at the back center, which is actually quite spacious even though it's a hatchback. You can fit 3 person, and if you're moving stuff or if you're having business and you want to put lots of things behind the back, you can even put down the chair. It's a 60-40 fold. Oops. Okay. 60-40 fold, and Proton have already gave you another teh tarik hook behind for you to tap out more stuff. And let's see the boot space. Okay, let's open the boot. With the hydraulic lever, opening the boot is such a breeze even with one hand. We have the boot cover here, which you can remove by opening this string. This is also removable. So therefore, you have a larger back space for you to do your moving. See? Very big boot space. Easy to put back too. And come over, let's look at the spare tire. Proton has graciously gave us a baby tire. Yes, it's a tire 1 inch smaller than your tire. It can only go 80 km per hour. Don't go more than that. And even with one hand, it's easy to close. Now let's go take one more round around the Iris. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our Iris 2022 with the new facelift. If you're interested to test drive, please please come to our showroom center at Kampung Melayu, Subang. You can message us and DM us in our Facebook page, or you can even find me personally at Tiffany Proton. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.